Okay, so I had just gotten out of the Minecraft movie, made that video where I walked around, so now I just wanted to make a... I don't even notice that. Sometimes it's just going this thing, and actually that's... Anyways, so this place is literally built to be a liminal space, right? And that was part of what I was trying to do with the hackathon video from 2 years ago. Now, because I didn't really do TADHack this year, because it got cancelled, I thought that I would maybe create a video where I explain basically what I was trying to do with last year's hackathon video. So the idea would be that that you would have the AI that as I had it, or right. You would go up to these things and you would ask for a call center type thing, right? It would be an automated call center model, like resembling these ones. So then you would be able to go up to them and be like, "Hey Orphe, where can I get some Italian food, right?" And Orphe would be able to tell me that, "Oh, if I go straight down that way, I can get to the Vegetarian Bistro, or whatever it's called, over there." And it'll tell me, and it'll know what the menu is. It'll know. I can ask it about my allergies, what all it has. It'll be able to tell me everything that I would needed it to know about that. It could tell me what's all here, tell me what's all over this mall, right? Just by using RAG, retrieval augmented generation, in order to sort of make these machines sort of talk about what you would questions about. Sorry, joking this way. So the retrieval augmented generation would be able to sort of understand contextually where these monoliths are, right? And it would know the stores, right? Where the stores are, and it would give you directions based on where the monoliths are. And then, with maybe LoRa, like short-range radio, it will be able to understand and communicate with you could just use Wi-Fi because we're indoors, right? So it will be able to connect to the IoT, right? IoT network, connect to the cloud, pub sub, get all of the information from your Vertex AI endpoint, right? Because Gemini, right? So, wants this one too. Gemini user. But so you'd be able to make a API calls effectively to these Vertex AI endpoints, and the Vertex AI endpoints would be able to understand how all of these what all these stores are, what's there, what's not there, the history of Desertland, Desertland. The fictional one is called Desertland, and understand what's where, any other questions about this park, and you could create user profiles so that you could, come back and sign in and ask questions and whatnot. You can do it with, at that point you might as well put an app, right? But you see how they have those scanning things, right? You can scan these and find out and ask questions about these places without having to download the app, because I know when I come to these places, I don't want to download an app for a place that I've just visited or will just visit once. So that makes me not want to go to a place when it locks me out of having to install an app, right? When it forces me to install an app. So when we have these physical things, pylons in places with call centers stuff built right in, especially with endpoint Gemini instances, for example, because you're talking about just your mall, like not all human knowledge, you can install the Morpheus number one, Opus number one type thing on these endpoints. So that gives you a sort of yes, that video was kind of doctored because it was kind of a video, right? But I decided that I would kind of make a pitch explaining what exactly was going on in that video and the sort of way that I thought that we could revolutionize this type of small malls and stuff. So I hope that gives some sort of context as to what I was going for there.